And welcome on into the episode of Get It Well with Terry and Friends, Baseball Edition. I'm Terry, Nick beside me, occupancy bottom left, Tim bottom right, and we are here to talk some baseball. We have two games starting in about 15 minutes, so we are just going to jump right into it here with the first one. Houston is in Arizona here. Minus 164 for the Astros, plus 138 for the Diamondbacks, a total of 8.5 in this one. This is going to be the one game we didn't talk about that I was going to leave off, but I decided 6 more games, might as well talk about all 6, so I added it back on. For me here, I like Houston to win, but that's about it. So I do have Houston in a parlay. I have a 3-teamer money line parlay for later on, and Houston is the first leg of that. Nick, any thoughts here, Astros and Diamondbacks?
Yeah, I'll give a little spoiler to the end of the show because this game would have been started by the time we get to that section. This is my best bet, and this is my parlay piece. I have the Astros run line as my best bet. I have the Astros money line as my parlay piece. I love this lineup for the Astros. I love Framber Valdez. He's one of my favorite pitchers on the Houston Astros. They're taking on Merrill Kelly, who did have a good start in his first appearance against the San Diego Padres. He did go 4 innings, didn't give up any runs on 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. Framber Valdez kind of shut down that Angels offense on opening day, and I expect him to do a little bit more of the same today against the Arizona Diamondbacks. They do have a confirmed lineup here: Altuve, Brantley, Bregman, Tucker, Gurriel, Diaz, McCormick, Pena, Maldonado. Love that lineup. Astros take care of business here. They sweep the 2-game series against the Dodgers, and they cover the first. I also have the first 5 and the full game run line here with the Astros. I love the Astros in this spot.
All right, well, I like it. Occupancy, Astros and Diamondbacks. Any thoughts?
Yeah, this game was one of those ones where I just cashed a ticket with the Astros. I don't necessarily want to take another risk. So I'm going to wait for the other games on this one, and I'll pass.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Tim, any thoughts here, Astros and Diamondbacks?
Yeah, this is one of the games. I mean, I for the games that we have on today's card, I have 4 bets, and 3 of them are in games that have already started. 2 of them look like losers too, but I only have 1 play, and it's not in this game. I was looking at this one. Framber Valdez, I feel like he's going to have a really good year. He's at the top of this rotation for a reason. And this offense on Houston is well, they were number 1 in baseball last year in terms of runs per game. So it's a strong team. Diamondbacks, we all know about the Diamondbacks. They're probably not going to be good this year. I mean, 1-4 start. I think that's pretty representative of how they're playing, and their 1 win was a game-winning walk-off. So they should be 0-5 right now. It would have to be a lean towards Houston. It would have to be a run line play, or you have to parlay it. But probably a run line would probably be the smarter play. But I'm not betting this game.
All right. Yeah, it's interesting. The one game that Arizona won that they shouldn't have won, that was your best bet on the first show.
Yeah, right.
Money line. And I was thinking, okay, Tim's crazy, but hey.
Well, I am crazy, but that's not the point.
We'll jump right into the second game here, also starting in about 10 minutes. San Diego Padres, Manea against the Giants, facing Webb. Total 7 in this one. So far this season, I've kind of been liking these first 5 unders. Now, sadly, I did not work out well in the earlier game today, but I've seemed to be cashing them a bit here. This one's 3.5, but I did bet it even though it's under 3.5, which I got at minus 108. I know 3.5 is a low number, but Webb is an amazing pitcher. It's actually funny where I'm in a baseball fantasy draft right now, and Webb was one of my choices. Manaea looked fantastic in his first game. I think this is going to be a low scoring game, and I also think the Giants are going to win. They are the second leg of my 3-team parlay: Houston and San Francisco, and another team. Nick, any thoughts here? Padres and Giants.
Yeah, this is a matchup that I cashed the over in the second inning last night with these two teams. I would lean towards the over again in this one. It's at a 7, and I think I saw there's 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing out last time I checked. But for this one here, it's a lean towards an over. It's a lean towards the Padres to bounce back here in this game after getting absolutely obliterated last night. Did not get involved in this game, though.
All right. Well, I kind of hope you're wrong with your leans there, but occupancy. What do you think here, Padres and Giants?
Yeah, I think I just fill right in, and both Terry, your leans and Nick's leans. I don't think mine would violate either, but I like the San Francisco Giants to get 3 runs. I think for the whole game, it's not super unreasonable to ask for that. It's a chalky number. Minus 145 is right around my limit, but it seems like a fair play to me based on some stats that I look at. The Giants would have hit that mark 3 of 5 times if you made that bet all pushed. But either way, it seems like a fair play for me. And look, I mean, this is a great game. This is a rivalry in the making. You got 2 California teams. It's looking outside. I'm like 20 minutes from the ballpark, and the winds died down a little bit. So I think we might hit McCovey Cove or something with some long bombs. I don't know, but let's get 3 runs in the Giants game for the home team for me.
All right. Hopefully, I like that. Hopefully, the Giants score late and not early. Fingers crossed. Tim, any thoughts here? Padres and Giants.
Whenever I see a total this low, my first thoughts is, why is it this low? We look at the pitchers: Sean Manaea, Logan Webb. Sean Manaea was the second leg of the 2 Padre pitchers that put through 6 and 7 no-hit innings against the Diamondbacks. We saw what the first guy did last night against the Giants, because the Diamondbacks are not the Giants by any stretch of the imagination. I think Manaea gets hit. I think Logan Webb gets hit a little bit too, because I feel like both of these offenses are kind of underrated. Well, I feel like the Giants' offense is going to be a little bit underrated this year. Everybody's going to see them. They're going to want to go unders. I feel like this could be an over in the making, but I haven't gotten this series right yet, so we'll see how it goes. All
right. A little bit of different opinions there, but hey, it's always good. We'll jump on here to the next one. The Athletics, Montas is in Tampa facing the Rays. McClanahan, total 7.5 in this one. Tampa Bay, the third leg of my 3-team parlay. So Houston, San Francisco, and Tampa Bay all in the money line, plus 324. That's one of my parlay that I have going on later. I like this. I like Tampa Bay all 3 teams to get the win. But I don't really want to take these teams on the run line, and that's why I decided to parlay them together to get a nice plus price, and we'll see what happens. But I could see this. This was a close battle last night. It kind of went back and forth, and I think McClanahan is gonna get the victory here. I think it's going to be a good win for Tampa. Nick, any thoughts here? Athletics and Rays.
Yeah, I've done this plenty of time. I feel like I've Done this in 4 or 5 A's games so far this season. I'm going right back to it today. Taking the first 5 in full game run lines against them. Give me the Rays in the spot. I love Shane McClanahan. McClanahan was one of those pitchers heading into the season where if I were to be betting futures, the only thing that really slowed me down from looking at him as someone that I would pick to win the Cy Young is just he doesn't throw enough innings. If he threw enough innings, I think he's someone who can easily contend for one, especially with the Tampa Bay Rays and the way the Rays make it difficult for Cy Young winners, though, because they don't allow their pitchers to go too far. But I do think that he takes care of business here in this one here. First 5 full game. I think the Rays should be able to get to Montas in this game. And I like McClanahan to shut down the A's offense. So I took them first 5 and the full game run lines here at the Tampa Bay Rays.
I like it. Occupancy, Athletics and Rays. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, I like this matchup a lot. The Athletics were a team that coming into the season, from just a small circle of people that I talked to about, betting baseball, they were not expecting much. You look at the roster, and it's changed a lot over the last year or so. Just seeing, the Oakland faithful across the map at the beginning of the season is something else here. But nonetheless, back to this game. I think Oakland came out a little stronger than expected, and maybe that was just like maybe they heard it too or something in the summer. Anyway, I'm not going to get too involved into that, but at the same time, I think it's alive. I'm looking at odds. I'm looking at the Tampa Bay Rays to come in and get their high-powered offense going. Let's get over 4 at minus 120. Let's get there. I wouldn't talk anyone off an over 4.5 plus 115. And then obviously as you go up and down the odds pages, you guys got that. But that'll be on my card tonight. So that's what I'm liking here.
All right. Tim, Athletics and Rays. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, I didn't get to this one either. After the past couple of games, this is another one of those 7.5s, and I kind of lean over. I feel like this is another one of the spots where Oakland could easily allow a bunch of runs. They could allow 6 runs to Tampa. You need 2 from Oakland. You get the over. I feel like 7.5 is a very, very low total for MLB in that standards, especially when you're not getting aces on the mound. It's Frankie Montas and Shane McClanahan, which they're not bad pitchers. They're not aces, though, and I feel like this is a spot that we can get an over. Am I betting this? No. I kind of bet 4 things today and trying to roll with smaller volume, but this could definitely be a game that could be over.
All right. We'll jump on into the next one here. The Brewers are in Baltimore facing the Orioles. Burns against Means. Minus 184 for the Brewers, plus 154 for the Orioles. This one, a total of 8. Here's another one where I think the favorite wins, but don't really like the run line, especially with this Brewers team. Their offense is not as good as they have better pitching than they do offense. They are facing Baltimore, and we know Baltimore's pitching can always give up runs. So I do like the Brewers to win this game, but I don't. I'm not on it officially, but I think the Brewers win here. Nick, any thoughts here? Brewers and Orioles?
I'd actually lean the other way with the Orioles here in this spot. I would lean Orioles first 5, though, rather than full game. I love John Means, and I wanted to find some way to back him here. And I really like Corbin Burns as well, self-explanatory. I believe he was the Cy Young winner last year. And he's definitely someone I'm looking to back in some way, shape, or form as well. So I got first 5 under 4 in this game. I think this is a low-scoring game where both pitchers come out in a little bit of a pitcher's duel. I'm not a huge fan of the 4 number. I think it's down to a 3.5 now, though, so I'm okay with it a little bit more now. But I think this could easily be 1-0 at the end of 5 innings. And because we've seen how this Brewers offense has looked to start the season as well. So I went with the first 5 under in this game, just taking the Baltimore bullpen completely out of the mix. And I know Baltimore's bullpen's been good so far, but I just, when it comes to unders, I keep bullpens out of it.
All right. Occupancy?
You're off to a good start, yeah.
Yeah, guys. With the experience I have, been a baseball fan my whole life, been a baseball bettor for, better part of maybe a season and change. So appreciate being on the show. I love learning from you guys, really. And I just remember betting a lot of Brewers games in the beginning of last season, and they just started out so cold. And I lost a ton of bets and was like, what is this? Like, this sucks. So if that trend is like alive and well, then I might be looking towards the Baltimore side here. What I really like potentially could be a Baltimore team total over 3. You can get that at -120 at some books. And I just think, you show up to this kind of game and you ask the Orioles to get 3 runs. It's not a lot to ask. So that's the way I'm looking here.
All right. Just to Nathan's comment here, if Baltimore has the best bullpen in stats, that will not last.
No, it's not. It's so far this season.
Yeah. So yeah, that won't last long. But that's amazing that they have that, and that's something that they should be proud of, that they can even say that, because Baltimore's pitching, unless all their young guys take a huge step forward from last year, it's not very good. But Tim, what do you think here, Brewers and Orioles?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as Nick and occupancy. I kind of lean towards the Orioles. We kind of had a crummy start from this Brewers team, and it's not out of the ordinary. We've seen them do it before, but we are getting plus money at home with one of the better pitchers on this ball, or with the best pitcher on this Baltimore staff. And I know Corbin Burns has that Cy Young name next to him, and he's kind of the big gun right now, but that's kind of the best places to fade big teams, is when they got their aces on the mound and everybody's on them. Well, everybody shouldn't be on the Milwaukee Brewers today. That shouldn't happen. But I feel like this could be a good spot for Baltimore, taking them either on the money line, or if you're not as adventurous, grabbing them +1.5 at -107. I didn't touch this game just because I didn't really feel that comfortable with it, but it would be definitely a lean towards Baltimore in this game.
All right. Interesting. We'll go on here to the next one.
Order canceled.
There's a background noise there, but I do have something on this one here. Barrios and the Jays are in New York, facing Cole and the Yankees. -168 for the Yankees, +142 for the Jays, a total of 8 in this one. What can be said about Barrios, his first start, other than that was the worst start of his career? I don't even have to look back at his career. That's how bad that was. That was absolutely horrible. I do not think that he's all of a sudden become a horrible pitcher and has lost his stuff. I think that was just a bad situation. I think he's going to rebound in this game. I think there's value on the Jays money line. I only took it for a half unit, the same size as my other bets, and I really was planning on staying off the Jays here. But at +142, the fact that I really think Barrios is going to rebound here. I do not think. Obviously, he can't pitch worse than he did in his last game. So there's only he can only go up from there. But I expect a better performance here. Cole, a little bit overvalued, but that's just my opinion. Nick, what do you think here? Barrios against Cole.
I think this is a good game. to use as an example to bet your lines early. I got this last night when the Yankees were minus 140. Now they're up to a minus 170 on my book. I'm on the Yankees in this game. They definitely have the pitching advantage of Garrett Cole. I'm higher on this Yankees team than most. Yeah, Jose Barrios, he had a bad start, but that's almost like, I know we're all hockey bettors here. That's like somebody going, oh, they had a bad start against a mediocre team. Here's the Toronto Maple Leafs. Here's the Colorado Avalanche. Try to bounce back their goalie. No, you're not going to do that against an offense like the New York Yankees here. I think the Yankees get to them. I think this is a game that the Yankees win. So I laid 140 with them. This is one of those games where at this point, I think you just have to lay the run line, which I have no problem. I would have no problem doing in this game as well. You can get the Yankee run line for plus 125 now. I see this as one of those like 5-2 type of games probably where the Yankees take care of business here.
All right. Occupancy, Jays and Yankees. What do you think here?
Yeah, I forgot to say in the other game, I like Baltimore's value a lot. I didn't mention that. And I think the same thing goes here for Toronto's value. And I can't talk anyone off looking at that. And for these teams being so even, and I was talking about this yesterday, I don't think there's going to be a series sweep here ever for this matchup in the season. I think they're just going to be comfortable splitting. And one thing I've noticed is Toronto's defense, I don't think is as good as people think. And their bats will hide it a lot. But I think a team like the Yankees, yeah, if you're not really sharp with your pitching, like they're going to be able to get on base and potentially knock some in. But like Nick, I mean, he got the best price, and you can't really get that anymore, for the Yankees money line. So I'm not really going to lay minus 170 here today for that. But what I do think is, these teams just shut each other out, and I'll be looking to bet this game live. Okay. Not going to go anything pregame, but I'll just be looking at the Yankees team total to get, to something reasonable. Probably not first five, probably a full game for this one. Some heroics in the ninth or something, who knows. But no, I think just, leaning towards a live bet for Yankees team total.
All right. Tim, am I on an island by myself looking at this Blue Jays team tonight, or what's going on?
Real quick question. What type of pitcher is Jose Barrios? Oh, he's a strikeout pitcher. I don't know about you guys. There's no better team to bounce back with as a strikeout pitcher than the New York Yankees. No, this is the perfect spot for him to bounce back. Everybody's going to go look because it's so early in the season, and all the little degenerates are going to go, oh, look, Barrios has 108 ERA. Oh, my God. Come on, guys. He is a lot better of a pitcher. If you look deep into the stats, that's it. He did not have a good game against Texas. Texas also doesn't strike out a crap ton. So Texas was more of a contact team. The Yankees are not. Barrios is going to be able to get by this a little bit easier. Keep in mind, it was also the first game of the season in a shortened spring training. And once again, we get plus money to fade Garrett Cole. I don't know about you guys. I made a good chunk of money doing that last year. And I know it didn't work out the first game, even though if you took them Red Sox plus 1.5 for the first game, worked out. I feel like this could be a good spot for Barrios to bounce back. You're also going to get a Toronto Blue Jays team that just got shut out. They just got shut out against the Yankees. And we're going to say the exact same thing that the previous night the Yankees got shut out. They came out and played good. Jays just got shut out last night. They're going to come out and play good tonight. I took the Jays. I grabbed them on the money line. I think it's a good spot. That's my only play for the late games. So Blue Jays. No, Terry, you're not on an island by yourself.
Awesome. I love it.
And I'll actually back your team. No problem.
Excuse me. I've bet on the Mets. I think once. And no, actually twice because they lost the one game. But anyways, we'll go on to the final game of the night here. The Mariners and Ray are in the Chicago facing the White Sox and Keuchel. Plus 102 for Ray, minus 120 for Keuchel, a total of 9 in this one. This Seattle team. I was on the first half and full game yesterday. First half was a push, full game was a loss. I don't think I learned my lesson, but I'm going right back to them tonight on the first 5 innings money line. I'm not taking the full game, but I'm going to go first 5. I know I said in the first show that I expect Robbie Ray to have a big step. Not a bit. I expect him to regress this year than his season last year, and he kind of proved me wrong in the first start. It's one start. Here's his second one against a really good White Sox team, but I think the Mariners are either tied or winning. So I wouldn't talk anybody off the Mariners spread in the first 5, but obviously the odds are better to go with the money line. So if it pushes, it pushes. But I'm hoping that the Mariners are winning or tied after 5. Nick, any thoughts here? Mariners and White Sox?
Yeah, I remember last year one of the biggest trends in baseball, and I'm going to hop right back on it this year. This was a big one, and I see occupancy nodding his head. I think he knows where I'm going with this, and that is the Chicago White Sox against left-handed pitching. And if there's ever a time for Robbie Ray to regress, tonight's the night. When you look at this Chicago White Sox lineup, this team is built to hit lefties. When you look at their lineup, their projected, their confirmed lineup for tonight. This is confirmed. Tim Anderson, a righty. Luis Robert, a righty. Abreu, a righty. Grandal, switch hitter. Jimenez, Vogt, Engel, Harrison, Berger, all righties. Robbie Ray is going to have a difficult time navigating his way through the Chicago White Sox offense tonight. And this is another example, bet your lines early. I got this at minus 105 last night with the White Sox. It is now around minus 120, minus 125. So I'm looking to back the White Sox at reasonable prices, especially against a left-handed pitcher. And I like the Mariners team this year. Don't get me wrong. I think the White Sox are an elite team this year. So give me the White Sox on the money line, minus 105 is what I got it. I would take them around minus 120 now. But that would be about as far as I would go with the White Sox here. So give me Chicago here in this spot, even against Robbie Ray.
All right, you got them full game. I got the first half. We can both still win. Occupancy, Mariners and White Sox. What do you think here?
Yeah, Terry. This is not a series I know anything about when it comes to the wagons or who I just look at the data here with these teams. I know that if you bet the Seattle Mariners last season, you'd be doing pretty well for yourself here. So I can't look against that. But I also can't look against Chicago's defense that they've been putting up in the beginning of these games in the last couple here. So, when you look at what's offered on the books, quite frankly, I lean under. Do I trust the bullpen to really keep it tight and we're gonna stay way under the 9? I don't really trust anyone on the Chicago White Sox team, to be honest. But I'll trust the Mariners a little more because of last year. So I go back to the well. And Seattle team total over 4, minus 120. It seems reasonable, but I'm not convinced enough. So I'll look at it and maybe try to get a better price live. But that's it. That's it for me here. So nothing official for pregame.
All right. If anyone has any thoughts on the total.
Not really.
Yeah, the total is kind of tough for me in this one. But Tim, what do you think here? Mariners and White Sox final game of the night.
I think none of you guys are going to win your bets. I think this game's going to get rained out. I really it's got 64% chance of rain. It's supposed to be pretty bad weather there, thunderstorms and
Weatherman
stuff.
Tim.
Well, I'm only looking at that. Yeah, I know, right? But if they do play it out, I kind of lean towards an under. And the main reason why is Seattle's offense has been awful this year. In 5 games, they have scored a total of 12 runs in 5 games. 2-0-4-4-2. They have not done anything on offense. The games that they're winning is because they have good pitching. But they have not won a game. They've lost 3 straight now after losing the last 2 to Minnesota, first game to Chicago. I love the Seattle team. It's just not enough right now. They're not playing good baseball right now. Maybe when the offense starts to wake up and actually starts to hit, I might go and try to back them. But this is not a game that I'm necessarily interested in going after.
All right. We will go to the best bet segment. Let me get everything up here. We'll take a quick look at the standings first. Show's going pretty well. We can't really complain.
Damn it, Nathan, with your negative record.
Yeah, it happens.
He's 1-2. Give him a break.
He would have won
no.
yesterday. He typed in his bets a little bit too late, but it would have been a good night for him sadly yesterday. But he does have some picks today, so we'll scroll on over if this wants to work. And I have not chose any bets yet, so I'm slacking here. I guess we'll start with let's start with occupancy, I guess. While I consider, what do you like?
Yep.
What do you like for dog of the day? Is there any dog that you like?
Yeah, dog of the day. Let's go with Baltimore Orioles.
I like it.
Me too.
All right.
If I didn't bet the under, I'd probably have added Baltimore.
You don't want to put them as your dog, Nick?
No, I'll stay off that for right now. But I probably would have bet them if I didn't bet the under. I don't like
Tim,
doing unders in a side.
Tim kind of chose the same bet for all 3 segments.
It's all Toronto. It was the only game that I had any interest in out of the last 6 on the slate. So I did Toronto as my dog, Toronto money line as my best bet, and then if I'm able to get Toronto plus 2.5 at minus 240 as my parlay piece, I'll give myself a little bit buffer room there. Hopefully, keep my undefeated parlay piece record. I feel like this is a good spot for Toronto tonight. So they win, I go 3-0. Let's run it.
All right, I added it in. Toronto's my dog of the day. Nathan chose Baltimore.
I like Baltimore. Yes, I almost bet them.
Over under. I'm not going to choose mine because it has already started. I have not been looking at the scores, so I don't even know if there's runs in the Houston game. But I did take the under. That would be the only total that I would like is that under 3.5. But obviously you can't get that now, so I'm not going to choose it. Occupancy, is there a total that you like tonight?
Yeah, I was between 2, but I watched the other show, and I don't want to take anyone's bets here. But I'll provide a different look then, and I'm gonna go with the first 5 over 3.5 for Milwaukee, Baltimore.
Fading Nick.
First 5 over 4. All right. Over 4, right?
No, 3.5.
Oh, over 3.5.
That's my book showing. Yeah.
I got. You can get it at. You can get a 4 on Bovada.
Fight.
Okay, well, no, this.
Fight.
Well, I guess this works out. So Nick can get a push, and occupancy can win potentially.
It's just the Brewers in this part of the season. To me, I don't know what's going on with them, but I just the other look would have been the under in the Seattle game, but
all right. Yeah, Nick did go the under 4.
Yeah, you can get under 4 at minus 135 on Bovada now.
All right. Tim, no total that you like?
I was looking towards Seattle under, but I'm not gonna put it in there. If just so you guys know, any bets I put in this minus the parlay piece because I don't parlay, I have money on. So I'm not gonna put something in there if I don't have money on it.
Yeah, no reason to force any plays. Never a reason to force plays. Best bets, best parlay pieces. Nick, you went with Houston run line.
Yep.
Tim, you went Toronto money line.
Yup.
Nathan went Houston first 5 run line minus 115. Nick, your parlay piece was Houston money line. Tim, Toronto plus 2.5. And Nathan went Tampa Bay money line as his parlay piece. I still need a couple more seconds to decide occupancy. What do you think here for best bet and parlay piece?
Just going to be sticking in the same game here. A little bit of juice for Baltimore team total over 3 for the full game.
Baltimore team total over 3.
I like that.
Minus 120 on Bovada, some books.
Minus what? What's right?
Bovada has it as minus. It's just moved. It was minus 120. It's minus 125 right now. It's moving a little bit. Yeah.
And a parlay piece?
Yeah, I
Need a couple more seconds?
No. I got one. Sorry. Let's go with under 10.5 in the Seattle White Sox game.
Oh, alternative run line. Alternative spread. I like it.
Yeah, under 10.
For parlay piece, Terry always encourages.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
if
you were like in Baltimore, I would have said as your parlay piece, go and grab the Orioles plus 2.5 at minus 170. But I don't mind the under there either, especially if you get a rain out. That's pretty much a good win. Or if you get a 5-inning game or something.
No, totals have to go all 9 innings.
What do you mean?
So Tim was saying a rain out, you get a win there. No, they have to go full 9 innings.
Oh yeah, we've never actually discussed that.
Well, no, that's what the books say. Actually, it's true, because me and Nick were looking at it last night with the Dodger-Minnesota game, saying, oh, if the game got rained out in the middle of the 8th or something, do we still get our bet? And we wouldn't have, but I wish it got rained out because it didn't hit.
Detroit Lenny wants in on this.
You can't choose the Tigers every day.
See, okay, so that brings me to my best bet. Thank you, Tim. Perfect segue into my best bet. I was not going to take Toronto money line.
But Toronto on the run line might be interesting.
I was going to take Seattle first 5, but Nick has made me a little nervous about Ray tonight. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to take Toronto money line.
That's a good best bet. I like it.
No, I like it too, but
against the overrated Yankees, I like it.
It's just I did want to choose something different today, and look what I've done. I've chosen the exact same as Tim. Not even
here. I'll switch mine then so that it's not. I'll take the Blue Jays run line minus 1.5 at plus 200s, just so we don't have a. No, I'm kidding. No, we can have the same best bet. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, no, I just looked now and I realized that we chose the same all 3. But
yeah, but I picked it first.
I was gonna choose. I swear, Nick, if Ray comes out, Ray's gonna come out and he's not gonna allow a run.
2-hitter.
Yeah, and he's gonna just have an amazing game. And it's gonna be like, why did I listen to Nick? But no, I'm kidding. I'll go with
listen to me. We learned that in the group chat last night. Just don't listen to me.
But yeah, anyways, go Jays, go. Except for poor Nick. But best of luck to everybody tonight. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the content. Smash the subscribe button if you haven't. I think we're 4 away from 300. So we are almost there. Get us there. We're so close. And best of luck to everybody tonight. And we will see you in 19 minutes for the Getting Wild with Terry and Friends hockey show. Best of luck tonight, guys. See ya.